6:49 right now, time for the morning rush. A suspect is in custody after a shooting involving a police officer in northeast Albuquerque. According to APD, an officer approached a man on the sidewalk when drugs fell out of the man's pocket. Police say that the suspect then took off and the officer gave chase, firing a shot after seeing the suspect with a gun. Officers later caught up with the suspect and then took him into custody unharmed. A hearing is scheduled in the on-set shooting case against actor and producer Alec Baldwin. The actor's legal team has now filed a motion to dismiss the indictment, citing claims of the prosecution of violating several rules. Today's hearing is scheduled for 10 a.m. Well, police in Hobbs, they are asking for information as they continue to investigate a double homicide. Officers responded to a medical call in the 600 block of North McKinley. This was just after 11 on Wednesday night. Well, they found that two men had been shot and later died from their injuries. Anyone with information is asked to call the Hobbs Police Department or Lee County Crime Stoppers. Erica.
And here's a look at our school day forecast. It is a cool morning out there, but it will be a warm afternoon, so layer up.
Well, the family of a recent Farmington High School graduate is outraged after the school told her to remove her graduation cap, which was adorned with Native American beads, during the ceremony. Family says the two staffers came up to Brenda White Bull's daughter, Genesis, and took away the cap along with a plume feather. White Bull says that taking the cap away violated New Mexico law. The NTSB and Federal Railroad Administration are looking into what caused a train to derail near the New Mexico-Arizona state line 3 weeks ago near Manuelito, New Mexico. About 35 rail cars derailed from the tracks. The fire department says that the resulting fire forced the evacuation of 52 people. Erica.
And here's a look at our threat index. It is low today. We just have some cold temperatures in northern New Mexico that you'll need to bundle up for, and a couple of mountain showers in the high terrain this afternoon.
Well, a project that would see a major chain open a location in one of Albuquerque's oldest neighborhoods is moving forward this morning. A proposed Dunkin Donuts would go on Avenida Cesar Chavez. That's between 3rd and 4th Street. Now, yesterday, a Dunkin rep announced that they had come to an agreement with the local neighborhood association, agreeing to a zoning change with stricter design and safety requirements. Well, children from an Espanola elementary school, they got to meet a robotic friend from Los Alamos National Lab. Students at the Tony E. Quintana Elementary were introduced to Spot, the robotic dog. Some kids even got to try their hand at controlling Spot around the gym. Spot is just one of 5 robot dogs from Lanel. Erica.
All right, a check on traffic. There are no accidents or slowdowns to tell you about right now. Here's a live look at the Big I, and we are starting to see the traffic building up going eastbound.
A mountain lion that was hit by a car was now released back into the wild after a 2-month recovery at the San Diego Humane Society. Society officials say that the animal was found with road rash, wounds, a fractured jaw, and a broken tooth back in March. Now, after it was deemed safe to return him to the wild, he was then fitted with a GPS collar beforehand to monitor his movements and progress.
Welcome back. Time now for the 5 facts. At number 5, children from an Espanola elementary school got to meet a robotic friend from the Los Alamos National Laboratory. Children at the Tony E. Quintana Elementary were introduced to Spot, the robotic dog. Some kids even got to try their hand at controlling Spot around the gym. Spot is one of 5 robotic dogs from the lab.
At number 4, the governor's office is now reviewing new laws that the attorney general is pushing to be passed during the upcoming special legislative session. Yesterday, Attorney General Raul Torres said that more money is needed for rapid DNA analysis equipment. He also says that he wants to change the public records laws to expose problems with the pretrial release system. He's also asking for money to fund his new crime victim advocacy office. That special session is scheduled to begin on July 18th.
And number 3, we'll be seeing warmer temperatures this weekend. 82 today with sunshine, already at more than a 10-degree warm-up from yesterday. And we'll keep it going Saturday and Sunday in the upper 80s with mostly to partly sunny skies and some breezes by Sunday.
At number 2, happening today, a hearing is scheduled in the on-set shooting case against actor and producer Alec Baldwin. The actor's legal team has now filed a motion to dismiss the indictment, citing claims of the prosecution violating several rules. Baldwin's attorneys say that the prosecution acted unethically and did not present crucial evidence to the grand jury. Now, in March, a jury found Rust armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed guilty of involuntary manslaughter. Baldwin himself is charged with involuntary manslaughter and is set to go to trial in Santa Fe County this summer. Today's hearing is scheduled for 10 a.m. And at number 1, a suspect is in custody. This comes after a shooting involving a police officer in northeast Albuquerque. Details are limited, but we know that officers were called to the area of Central and Mesilla just before 9 last night. According to APD, one officer approached a man on the sidewalk when drugs fell out of the man's pocket. The suspect then took off and the officer gave chase. Police later caught up with the suspect and took him into custody unharmed.